Rusty Quill presents.
Special thanks to Lillian Boken. Remember to wrap up warm before you go outside. Oh, also remember to take oxygen. They've gone.
Rusty Quill presents Stellar Firma.
David, I can hear you through the door. David, is that pinball? David, I want to have a go at pinball. David, come out here. Come out and play with me, David, and bring the pinball machine, and then you go away. Hang on, there's got to be a button here. Oh, a button for the clone door. Let's just...
What?
David?
Trexel, I'm going to get a high score. Trexel.
Okay, I want you to get a high get out here now.
No, it's... tilted it.
You're a cheat, David. You're a tilty cheat.
I was just
getting
excited.
We're all excited, but if you want to tilt a machine like that and not get in trouble, what you do is you get a small gravity well, put it right underneath it on a plate, then tilt the whole plate. The sensor still thinks it's down, but you get that sweet tilt action that you're looking for.
Would that also pull the ball down?
Yes, all of the enjoyment of cheating without any of the risks or reward of cheating. It's the perfect system, David. I can't believe you're even questioning it.
It's true. Questioning Trexel only leads to more irritating questions.
Okay.
Anyway, get out. Get out.
Yeah, okay. No, fine. I'm coming. So you found your way back, didn't you?
Oh, David, I have to thank you.
What?
Thank you, David, from the bottom of my... I didn't know you cared. David, I always thought, we've got a certain relationship, but it's always been a little, shall I say, rambunctious, a little bit odd, a little bit to and fro, a little bit antagonistic, but I didn't know you cared so much.
Where did you end
You're
up?
a real friend, David.
Where did you end up?
I ended up at the best place, David. The single, most pure and beautiful place in I believe, the whole universe.
The Cosmic Lounge VIP room?
Think bigger, David. Think bigger, you small-brained fool. No, I ended up at the Central Distillery. Oh, the glistening bottles gleam in the darkness as I creep along the rows of ick or goodness flowing into me. I'm so drunk, I've never been so drunk before, and I will drink until I'm discovered by a censor and escorted out by a gun wall, but that's for tomorrow. For today we sup. Thank you, Trexel, and by extension, David, I suppose. I composed that song while hammered.
Yes,
but you can't tell.
No, and I'm assuming that that was composed yesterday, so yesterday's today was yesterday, and yesterday's tomorrow is today, meaning that you're here today, not tomorrow.
You've unpacked my plan.
Are you still drunk?
You what now?
Are you still drunk?
Who'd say? Who couldn't have of say?
Me? And yes.
Who could have want of say?
Let me rephrase the question. Will this make any difference?
Bubbles.
It might make... it might make a difference. How do I...
Hoops are the thing, David. Hoops.
Wait, hang on.
Hoops are the thing,
hang on.
David.
I've seen a thing.
Hoops.
Trexel, I saw a bottle of whiskey over there in that corner.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay, and here, where was it? It was...
Where's the bottle of whiskey?
Hyper shower. There we go.
How was like being punched in the face by a waterfall that you cheated upon multiple times?
We normally use that to blast rust off of components, but this works just as well.
So how are you feeling, Trexel?
Fresh and alert, David.
Okay.
The stupor of drink has left me, which brings me to my next point. Could you press the button again? I'd love to go back down and get rid of this awful, stinky awareness. Oh, everything's so clean and bright and I can see it. Put me back in the hole. Put me back in the hole with my lovely bottles.
Hang on.
Please, David, please, be a friend, be a buddy, be a pal. Put me in the hole.
Well, we've still got a brief to do, so maybe we...
No, it doesn't matter, David. Put me in the hole. Leave the brief be. War, not war, it's all the same when you're so drunk you can't feel your own hands, even though you're throttling yourself out of sort of impudent rage.
Well, you've changed your tune since yesterday. When was that? Where's Trexel's war song today?
Oh, now it's Trexel's peace anthem. War, war, war. No. Peace, peace, peace. Yes, now can you press the button?
No, I'm not going to press the button.
Please press the button.
We've got to do
David. I'll do anything.
the brief.
Okay, kill them. Press the button.
We can't do that. Look, we need to put on a good show. We are now executives. We're not even on the executive track anymore. We've reached the executive station, and the executive conductor is looking at us asking, have you got your executive tickets? Are you in executive class for a reason? Well, are you really an executive? Or are you not? Are you some sort of imposter, right? So we need to just make sure we keep delivering briefs which look like real briefs.
David?
Yes.
Since we've become executives, I'm an executive now, you're an executive clone, have you ever just, and I'm just saying this, I'm just thinking out loud, have you ever thought, and this is for a friend, obviously, have you ever just, in your dark moments at night, just thought, nothing's changed, what was I striving for all this time, oh no, I've wasted my life?
Well, you have definitely wasted your life, if that helps.
Ever thought that?
Personally?
Personally?
No.
Okay, well, me neither. Me neither. So I was just checking because I was just it's just a check, just a little check.
Jeff, just for what was the name of your friend?
Oh, the friend. They are a good friend, and their name is Hopwell Heistham.
Right. Well, okay. Well, that sucks for Hopwell Heistham, I suppose.
Yes, that'd be awful. Imagine if you were Hopwell Heistham and you spent years and years lusting after power, and you got power, and then you think, it's kind of the same.
Sorry, I think Hopwell's name just changed from Heistham to Heistman.
No. Trexel Hopgeist is not changing, David. Trexel Hopgeist is a good friend of mine, and you'll leave Trexel Geistman alone if you know what's good for you.
Right.
Take the advice. Don't dig anymore. You are on top of a sewer.
Yeah, I am actually going to leave that alone. There's a brief to do. We should do the brief.
Okay,
Fine. Okay, so this one is from Penelope Dorp. And she is snitching to us about the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild.
Oh, not the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild! No, this is awful, David.
The Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild? What's so terrible about the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild?
Oh, they make such luxurious sheets, David. Oh, the tog on them. You won't believe the tog. Tog for days. The thread count, David. Eyes cannot count the number of threads on these duvets, these comforters, these blankets, these jumpers. Oh, wondrous time for me. Hog in a cloth. The Weavers of Grand Mum Guild, yes.
Okay, so are you worried about this because they are a formidable opponent, or just because you don't want to remove their sweaters from the world?
I want to keep the sweaters, David.
Okay.
I want to keep the sweaters.
Well,
when you're trying to give a gift to a relation that you don't know and they might be dead, but you've not checked, and it would be easier just to send a gift than check whether or not they're dead, you just go straight to the Weavers of Grand Mum Guild. A scarf, David. A scarf that, you know what? You'll want it to wrap around your face so you can't see, because what's seeing worth when you can be so comfortable in the facial region?
Okay, well...
The tog, David!
Okay, I'm thinking about the tog, alright? But look...
Imagine the tights. The denier on these tights, it's undeniable.
Right, okay. Look, given your thoughts on the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild...
I prefer them to my own parents.
Okay, well, fine. But the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild... Think about the conversation
I prefer them to you.
Fine. Expected. Even though... I mean, they've never sent you down a tunnel to the, central distillery, so...
Oh, that has put you up in the rankings, David. That is true. Okay, to me, you're like a pretty good scarf.
Fine, I'll take it.
You're welcome.
But think about what I was saying yesterday when considering your feelings about destroying the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild.
So, what you're saying is, the way I feel about something or someone who...
No, I see what you're trying to do here. No, I'm just saying that because of your personal experience, you might recognise that the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild potentially do not deserve complete destruction.
There is no chance you're going to teach him empathy at this stage. He's emotionally non-permeable to other people's suffering.
No. Let me finish my point, David. So what you're saying is because I have a personal reason not to want to kill somebody is how you feel about lots of people for some reason because, I don't know, you're some sort of idiot. You start from a point of maybe we shouldn't kill them, whereas I'm starting at a point of, okay, fine, they die. Unless, of course, they have something I want. And that's called empathy? Is that what you're saying, David?
No.
Have I discovered empathy? Am I a good person now? I think I am. I don't want to kill one specific person because I want their stuff. What a great guy I am.
No, we're not at a 10, Trexel.
Fall
we're at like
at my feet.
We're like a 3, Trexel.
Fall at my feet. I am a guru. I am a moral guru. Do you have a quandary, David? A moral quandary? I'll help you with my moral gurosity.
I did warn you. He's the man with the non-stick soul.
So the problem that we have with them...
Yes?
They make the most comfortable sweaters and socks, mass-produced.
Oh, don't they just?
We've already gone over the...
No, the tog, David.
Yes, we've already gone over the tog. Mass-produced, but still able to give...
You know, if they made a woolen pig, it'd be called a toglet.
Right.
You know what? If there was an on-off switch for how much tog they had,
It would be a
called a toggle.
Toggle, yeah, okay. Have you got another one?
No, just 2.
Okay.
The rule of 2, that's what they say.
Yeah. Well, look... So they mass-produce them, but they're still able to give you that homemade with love feeling, as we've covered with your toglets and your...
Haven't got your own home? Have a home with the Weavers of Grandmum Guild. Locked in a house with just a pile of spoiling meat and a note that says, earn it? Just huggle down in one of their soft comforters. Maybe your parents don't love you, but we do. We do. Don't kill me, Trexel. I'm your mum. I'm your only good mum. Don't kill me in later life, Trexel. I'm a good woolen mum.
I would encourage you not to read into this.
So Stellar Firma rebuffed their offer to make the company-issued onesies, despite the reasonable selling price.
Exactly.
And, with more and more sentient beings buying warm, sunny vacation planets from Stellar Firma, their consumer base is shrinking. This greatly displeases the Weavers and the Guild, and they have started making plans.
I don't blame them. If I were them, I'd be making plans. You know what? I'm on their side.
Okay.
Sod Stellar Firma. I prefer wool. Okay. That noise is making me reconsider things slightly. So what I'm going to say is Stellar Firma is great, and I'm with them. Lovely. Now, David, come over here.
Yes?
I think we should be on their side. Shh.
Okay.
What's Stellar Firma ever done for me? Kept me down, ignored me, mocked me, banned me from certain bars because I did nothing wrong. And then finally I become a senior executive and it's just the same, David. It's just the same in a fancier suit.
Yeah. Okay, well... I mean, look...
So how do we kill everyone in Stellar Firma and install the wondrous reign of the Weavers of the Grandmum Guild?
Okay.
Because that's what we're going for. I want a woolen god, David. What about you?
Well, I mean, you could just escape. You don't have to destroy all of Stellar Firma. You could just get out.
Oh, so much admin, David. I'd have to move. No one wants to do that. So I'm going to kill everyone and install the Weavers of the Grandmum Guild as my new rulers.
Okay, well...
Maybe I will become the leader of the Grandmum Guild. I shall be the Grandmum. My power will stretch across the woolen universe. Go here, go there, farm those toglets, flip that toggle switch. Don't do a third one, 2 is fine.
Just thought I would remind you that you are not talking all that quietly, that I can hear you, and that I'm having to divert power from some very important systems to not recycle you for treason. Anyway, as you were.
Look, Trexel, just cool your jets.
I don't want to cool my jets. I want hot jets. I'm on your side, Dave. You wanted a revolution. I want a revolution.
No, but you've just gone immediately to kill everyone at Stellar Firma.
Well, what's a revolution if it isn't an opportunity to kill everyone, David? I'm actually genuinely asking. I don't understand the difference.
Okay. We want to change things because they're wrong, right?
Kill everyone.
No.
Okay, no.
Change things. Change things because they're wrong.
Change people from being alive to dead.
No.
Nope. Okay, no, I'm getting it. You keep going.
Okay. Restructure the society.
Yes.
In order to be more egalitarian.
Because everyone's dead now.
No, still not.
It's tough. It's a tough old concept to crack. It's a tough old nutty concept to crack with my teeth. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, I suppose it is easier just to assume that everybody else being dead would make things simpler.
It's a new movement I've called. It's called the Dead Levelers, because I've leveled everyone because they're dead.
Right. Well,
Cromwell be damned. I've leveled your ass.
Who is that? Cromwell.
Cromwell. Yeah, he works in accounts. Don't like him.
Right.
He hates Christmas.
What is Christmas? There's so many things
I don't
coming
know.
at me.
He just yells, I hate Christmas. He walks around the hallway saying, I hate Christmas. Is this water purified? I don't understand, David. I'd love it if he was dead.
Fair enough. I mean, he sounds like a bit of an arse.
Yeah.
Just consider the problems that you might have with Stellar Firma's approach to the Grandmum Guild, right? While we do this brief, just keep it in the back of your mind. Try and keep processing that.
I'll just keep it percolating.
Yeah.
Like a delicious coffee.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
The problem right now is we need to find a way to convince Actorax that this will destroy the Weavers of the Grandmum Guild, but it won't.
Actually, yes. Okay, I understand. The subterfuge, the sedition. It's what we're doing. Okay, I
Well, we're
understand.
still going through the brief, so their greatest strength is handbags with the right candies for any occasion.
Their sales reps have them. Oh, they're so good because we don't, and I don't know if this has ever come up before, even once, David, but we only eat slurry here and it's awful. And they come up and they say, hey, would you like a jumper? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love a jumper. And they're like, also, can I interest you in a click-clack, open the handbag, a little candied treat? A candied yum for me? Yes, I will. Steal the handbag, push them over, run away. It's excellent.
And that's how you treat people that you really, really love and respect. And
yes, how do you treat people that you love and respect? By stealing from them. Because I love you so much, because of the things you have. Thank you.
Mainly looking
Push.
at videos and photos of him and wishing I was there.
Is that why one of those screens has burned out? Have you played that over and over again so much that the screen has literally burned out because of the power of Bathin's chesty nipples?
Couldn't keep up. Just couldn't keep up.
The pixels just can't keep up with the hunkiness of this duke.
It cannot. And it did not. And the Grandmum's Guild's greatest weakness is moths.
Why moths? Why do you think moths? Moths are big. You could punch a moth, bam, moth gone.
I think potentially they might eat...
Bees, on the other hand, now that's a formidable opponent. Get a bee in!
We've already dealt with bees.
All the bees gone now.
Well, I don't know. No, I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully the sad songs just made them feel a bit vulnerable and they got the therapy they needed.
Well, they've sucked off to their room at the least, so they're not going to be helpful to us. So, okay, so why would moths be so dangerous to a weaver's guild?
Because they eat the cloth.
What, you're saying that moths sit down at a long table with a knife and fork and there's a piece of cloth on the plate and they go, yum, yum, yum. Cloth for me, yum, yum,
Well, I
yum.
suppose if they're particularly elegant moths, then yes.
A race of hyper-elegant moths, and they look down upon you. You pick up a fork, and the moth is like, is that the fork you sure you want to use? You're like, no, of course not. I'll use the one from the other side, because it's probably either inside to out or outside to in, and you picked up that one, they're like, you know what? It's fine. And then you realise it's the soup course. The soup spoon's at the top, you fool! And you feel really bad, so you stamp on them.
Don't shame Trexel at a dinner party. It always ends in stamping.
Is that the threat that we're facing? Poncy moths. With
Sure.
their invented etiquette in order to distinguish new moth money from old moth money because they're losing their grip on the state.
Yes.
These moths, these moth rulers, these moth bloodlines, they've been up there for too long with their old money and their old crumbling They have to let moths in just to tour around the gardens because the economic model has changed and they won't accept it.
I just really want to just get into your brain.
Yes.
And take the word moths and pick it out, right?
Okay.
Everything else you said, just pick out moths.
Yep.
And just pop the board in there.
The board is great. I don't know. Sorry, no, I tried. The board. Hey, the board's entrenched power is
Yes?
fine because that's the point. No, hang on. The board, as an institution, runs our lives with no oversight, and that is like a moth? No, I've got lost again, David. I've got lost.
It was a good try. Anyway, there is this kind of ominous rumbling starting, and we really haven't even written anything down yet, so I'm starting to get actually genuinely a little worried that we're not going to deliver the brief. And I don't know what's going to happen if we go overdue. I think the table might eat us.
Speed round. We've got about 1 minute before we all die. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a swarm of cardboard moths.
Okay.
So what we do is we create this swarm of cardboard moths and we put it in a rocket and pack it in and we fire it at the Weavers Guild of the Grand Mum. It explodes open. Millions upon millions of moths or fly at them. Stellar Firma watching from over here is like, yep, I know the moths are the problem. We are just going to assume that the moths have taken care of business. We've got other things to be going on to. We turn around and we continue our deep observation of Galactonium. Meanwhile, the Weavers of the Grand Mum Guild are like, oh no, moths! Wait a minute, it's cardboard. Maybe we should make a new cardboard line of woolen jumpers. Everybody's happy.
Okay, and how are we going to convince the Stellar Firma that cardboard moths are the right way to go?
I'm just going to quickly go into Imogen. go to the page for Weavers of the Grandmum Guild, say, hey, do you know that cardboard moths are even more effective? Yup, they are. Enter. Edited. Who's going to check?
I guess you're an executive, so you can do that.
I've got the privilege, I've got the power. And now I'm thinking that maybe that power and the lack of oversight is something that is great for me. Nearly that time, but not quite.
Yeah, fine, but... Okay, right, on the table. Okay, grab onto something. It just doesn't get better. It gets worse, I think. It gets more scary every time.
You know what? I once watched a holovid. It was an archive footage of the kinds of toilets you get on aeroplanes and trains back on old Earth. It's very similar to that. You press a button, it sort of goes gurgle, 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 and then it goes ka-chunk, as if you've really angered the toilet. It's like that.
Given what you all do to toilets, it's hard not to see the anger is justified.
Right, so this is just sort of a train toilet for information.
Yes, or a plane toilet for information. Either is
Okay,
fine.
fine, a plane toilet. Okay, a transportation toilet for information.
Well, not on buses, David. Come on.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there was toilets on buses. And also...
You could go to the toilet on a bus.
Just to cover this, what are trains,
Yes.
planes,
Yes.
and buses?
Okay, trains are like planes, except they're on the ground. And
Okay.
planes are like trains, except they've got wings.
Sure.
And buses are like all of those things, except somebody's vomited on the floor.
Okay, no, I think I've got it.
That's about it. At least that's what we've been able to glean.
Fair enough. Right, well, I mean, we got the brief done, so well done. And I guess it's, button time for Drexel?
Well, yes, David, but I think we left a little bit of something on the table. What's your plan?
What?
Well, we're going to have a revolution. What's the plan? How are we going to get these guys? How are we going to defeat them?
I suppose I've not really been worrying too much about that recently.
But you've always been worrying about it, David. Every day I've known you, you've been bleating on about the injustices because, you know, the unchecked power that the board has over you is in the same vein as the unchecked power that the board has over everyone, and I'm one of those people, and so maybe I should care about it. David, I think it happened.
Really?
David, I think I've got perspective. David, I think I've got perspective. Now, hang on a minute. David, I think I've got some perspective on the situation, which has allowed me to garner some sympathy.
I refuse to accept that you have gotten through to him. It simply cannot be the case.
I feel sick.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I feel sick. I don't know what to do either. Just push the button. Just push
yeah,
the button.
I'm gonna push the button.
Don't talk about emotions. Goodbye. Ow!
Oh, David, what hath thou wrought?
Right, okay. It happened. It finally happened, and I need a plan. Or I could play some pinball. Oh, I could play some pinball, and I was very close to Okay, I'm going to go play some... I'm just going to play, 1 to 20 games of pinball, and then I'll come up with a... Yeah, fine. Okay, I'll do that.
Tilt.
Stellar Firma is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill Limited and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. It was created by Tim Meredith and Ben Meredith and produced by Katie Seaton with executive producer Alexander J. Newell. In today's episode, Imogen was played by Imogen Harris, David Seven was played by Ben Meredith, Trexel Geisman was played by Tim Meredith. Editing was by Michelle Snow and Maddie Searle, with music by Samuel D.F. Jones and artwork by Anna Kakan. Mastering by Jeffrey Nils Gardner. To subscribe, buy merchandise, or join our Discord server, visit rustyquill.com. Rate and review us online. Tweet us at The Rusty Quill, join our Reddit community on r/rustyquill, visit us on Facebook, or email us via mail@rustyquill.com. May the board preserve and keep you.